Okay guys, so today we're going to be reviewing a product that I think is going to help out a lot of people that has an Echo CS590 Timberwolf or the Echo 620p, the Shindawa 601. Even there was a few other Echo models too. There was a 600, and I know that there was a 54cc. It didn't really get sold in the United States much, if at all. But same saw and everything, so I'm sure they use the exact same air filter setup. The 54cc, what is that called? I think it's a 555 or 550. No. Anyways, doesn't matter. The product is, it's from Gearhead Tuning, and you can find them at ghtuning.com, and it's ran by Matt, and he's on YouTube at Gearhead-Matt R. I want to make sure I get everything out there because I really like the product. So the other thing is, what do we got here? Yeah, that's good enough for now. I'll just keep rolling. So these 590s, everybody knows it. Same thing with the 4910, the 501, the 490. They have real serious air filtration problems. And there's not a lot of options for us out there. I know that there's some people that are making air filter setups with a whole different thing like this. I think Redbeard saws his. I'm not certain, but there's very limited options. And so whenever an option does come out for a saw like this, if you're a fan of this saw, honestly, not only should you get it because your saw needs it, but you should also get it to support the company who is building products for Echo saws, because that's why Steel and Husqvarna do so well, is because they got great support with aftermarket stuff. Well, Echo is just as good, and they need the aftermarket to come along, and Matt here is doing it. Gearhead Tuning. So check them out, please. Now, this is what I call my dire wolf, and it has horrible filtration. And you look at it, and I'm sure you're seeing it in the picture right now, in the frame. That air filter is not dirty. It's not. I barely run this saw. I've got a lot of saws, and I am not a professional feller or anything like that, not a professional tree service. I'm just a regular guy who's got an extraordinary hobby, put it that way. And but yet, it still collects fines like nobody's business. It is redonkulous. I have put grease around it. Look, you can see it is down there. Look, it's all over, and it gets into the saw. Even with my limited run time on this, it's all in the filter there too. That's from inside the filter. So anyways, it's a problem, and we need to fix it. Well, lucky for us, we got a really easy solution. Because see, I had planned on this saw, and I might still do it, but I had planned on building an entire large custom, one off the shelf, one time air filter setup to stop this. But now I may not even do that. But a lot of you guys can't do that. You don't have that ability. I take it for granted a lot of times that, there's a lot of stuff I can build and fabricate. I have earned money as a fabricator in my life. And so this is a kit he sent me. And you notice there's a great big old aluminum thing in there. We're going to get to that. That is very nice. I like it. But this is what we're talking about right now. The Super Seal Kit. You can find this on his website for 15 bucks. If you have one of these saws, go buy this shit right now. I'm serious. And if you watch the channel, you know that I am a no holds opinion guy. I will not hold back my opinion. I speaks the truth. So the first up here is this precision cut little O-ring. It's stainless steel, I believe. I'm not sure about that. Doesn't matter. It goes right on first thing. Now it's a one-way fit, so if it doesn't go on easily the first way, you turn it around and yep, there we go. But it is still a precision fit, so it's very snug. Be ready for that. But it only goes on one way. Bam, it's on. Now you take your big filter, your big O-ring. Now these are of a special type of O-ring. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm sure it's going to be resistant to fuel and stuff like that. So goes right over there. Then you take your big small O-ring, put it over the threaded stud right there. You take your air filter. I've already cleaned, actually, have I cleaned this up? No, I cleaned up over there. Go ahead and clean it up a little bit more. So see, this has two holes. You got this one right here, that's for your actual breathing. And then this one right here is where that stud goes through. There is nothing stopping that from having fines go past. So now we got this O-ring. There we go. Snug. Now we take the smaller of the two small O-rings, put it on top. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Yeah, you can tell that snugs up. So now, better air filtration for $15. So, yeah, if I had known about Matt, I would have already bought this. But as it is, he reached out to me and said, "You want to try it?" I said, "Yeah, man." And I was immediately excited about it because I literally had been looking at something. I don't particularly like the other ones that are on the market. Great big foam filter and bigger top. I mean, I haven't tried one personally, so I can't speak good or bad about them. But I didn't exactly want to go that route. I knew that much. So the other thing we got here, and we're going to go ahead and throw it on if we can. I'm not certain I can because of the modifications I have already done to this saw. So let's go ahead and just get to it. I might have to do some work off camera, but I'm going to install this this deflector, this muffler deflector, exhaust deflector. That's a really nice looking little unit. It is kind of pricey. It's at 42 bucks, but it's also really nice billet setup. And for a guy like me, I can weld and stuff, and I can do my own. But if you can't, there you go. So let me get to this, and I'll get this top cover off of here, and then we'll go at it. Okay, so there we have it. The muffler. I already started taking the screws out of the top of this, so I'll just put that off to the side. So, I was hoping this was going to stick out further. But it does. Boy, it is healthier. It's a healthier amount of room, and it has a nice sweep to it to kick that the exhaust out. Yeah, and this one right here it's really shooting the exhaust out to the side like this. All right, this one, it's more concentrating it towards the front. I like that. All right, so again, I had already modified this muffler, so things are a little bit different for me. I was able to really clean out everything that's in there, all of it. Ripped all the guts out of this here muffler. I also took this diffuser, which is really, it also has its own shelf on the bottom there. I cut that out. So for me, this mod wasn't super necessary because I had already done modifications to this muffler. However, that's who I am. And I can do stuff. I got this awesome garage full of tools. I'm really happy with my garage. I'm proud of it. So, but the difference between this and the stock diffuser, even though I cut this out, this one has a lot more volume for a lot more flow out the top. And it's also directs the airflow more to the front, which is important to me because what I was finding happening was this thing's so short and it comes right out to the side. It was coming over here and it was getting hot. Look, I got all kinds of black stuff from the exhaust on this, on my brake right here. And it would get this really good and hot. And so I'm hoping that this one right here is going to help with that situation. So whatever you're going to do, you're just going to take the stock one off. You're going to drill out in there, do a muffler mod. Check through my videos for my muffler mod where I did this, and you'll see all the junk that I pulled out of there. As it is, it's a really nice, open, flowing exhaust. So I do go ahead on this one because it's such an open flowing exhaust. I continue to run the screen. And a lot of you guys in certain places, like I think Utah, you have to have a screen on there. I think. Could be wrong. There's a lot of things I'm wrong about in life. I take that back. There's very few things I'm wrong about because I'm a brilliant, genius man. And one of the things that I'm right about is that filter kit. And this too, if you don't have the ability to do your own welding and stuff, look at that. That's nice, just slick as can be. So there you go. There's the deflector. All of these products can be found once again at GH, as in for Gearhead, GHtuning.com. And you can find Matt, his YouTube channel, showing results of the things that he does to these saws and stuff. You can find his YouTube channel. It's Gearhead-Matt R. Excuse me. And then specific products, the O-ring kits or the Super Seals, as it's called, the Super Seal kit, $15, man. You can't beat that, seriously. The billet deflector, $42. And there's one more thing that I haven't talked about yet, and that is the flywheel key. So this saw right here, I have already, it was too late. It was too late. I had already purchased the 620p coil for it. And well, the 620p coil, the coil itself advances the timing. And so I had already done that. But this right here is a key that you can buy that will advance the timing for you. I believe it advances at 6 degrees. Is that right, Matt? And it could be 8 degrees. I'm not certain. So even though I can't use that on this, or can I? Maybe I want to go up to 12 degrees of advancement. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that would be bad. But I will try and use it in some other product because it's just a half moon key. So maybe it'll fit in something else. But yeah, they got these as well. You can get them either cut out of aluminum or cut out of nylon, I believe. But I would definitely go for the aluminum. I mean, I'm sorry, that's in my head that, you know, nylon might not be the strongest option. I would rather go ahead and spend a little bit of extra money and get the $20 one. That's just me though. I don't know enough about it. That's could be my ignorance talking. But anyways, like I was saying, and I take this stuff seriously. Whenever I buy parts, I try to do it at my local shop because we want to keep those things in business, right? And if we're finding somebody now that's actually creating products for these Echo chainsaws, that's fantastic. We need to support that person. So buy the Super Seal kit at least. If you're running a stock filter, you need it. You need it. The saw that I just recently built for my buddy, it was fried. And why was it fried? My guess is probably because of the filtration system. So, you know, there's $15 is nothing. This is a drop in the bucket. Get it. You'll be supporting somebody that's actually doing stuff like this for these saws, and he will be able to expand his catalog to offer more things. So, anyways, there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and button this up and check you later.